Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Baihaqi bin Mama Afandi, and today our group will present about the building failures and damages and also maintenance programs that we have provided in our case study, Condition Residence. Today also I will introduce my other group member, which is Diana Maria binti Muhammad, Nur Afika binti Zakaria, Nur Syafiqa binti Rosli, Nur Akmal Khalidah, and also Nur Amira binti Azmi. Alright, let's go to the introduction part first. According to CD 1976, building maintenance can be defined as work undertaken to keep, restore, or improve every part of building, its services, and surroundings to the currently accepted standards. It also to sustain the utility and the value of the building. It is important to have a building maintenance in the building to provide the occupants with safe and comfortable living and working environment. Next is the 5 purposes of building maintenance. First is to present a positive features of a structure to its look by depending on the property management itself. Second is to maintain the building in acceptable condition and required standards by considering the safety measures of the building. Third is to protect historical and architectural values of the building by doing building maintenance to keep the durability of the building. Fourth is to retain a good investment value of the building by keeping the good condition of the building to attract the investor to invest in the building. And 5 is to generate income with surrounding activities for building owners by imposing maintenance fee to the tenant. We move on 3 maintenance concept, which is Cinderella concept, maintenance free concept, and predatory. First is Cinderella concept, which maintenance of property and estate equipment is less glamorous and does not attract very much attention. Second is maintenance free concept, which it is done in earlier stage, which is expected to be no more maintenance in future. But bear in mind that building is free from the risk and unexpected event, which also requires the building maintenance. Third is the predatory method are done to extend or sustaining the building lifespan through new paradigm shift. Okay, that's all from me. Next, I will pass to the next presenter, Diana Maria binti Muhammad.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. I am Diana Maria and I am the next presenter. We present the literature review. Firstly, building defects. Building defects are typical problems that occur in buildings. According to Engineering Encyclopedia, basic defects can be divided into 3 categories, which is substructure, breaks into floor or pieces, and breaks in dividers. Thus, through a regular quality checkup and control, it can help to maintain the performance of building in the long run. Second is faulty design. Faulty in design can give a big damage to the property, which leads to cause many building defects. According to Abdullah 2015, almost 40% of issue defects detected on public housing in Malaysia are related to faulty design. There are a few examples of faulty design. Firstly, defects in civil design. This flaw appear at the early stage of design, particularly in structural design. For example, inadequate mobility provision and disdain for aggressive environmental and biological repercussions. Second is defects in architecture design. There was 70% chance of facade would not receive preventative maintenance, thereby influencing the likelihood of separation, water issue, and cracking. The third is the defect in floor maintenance. Initially, the maintenance is scheduled regularly to decrease the huge cost of maintenance. However, due to incorrect planning and omission of preventative maintenance needs, it makes the equipment easily damaged. The fourth is defect caused by consultant firms, administration, and staff. Poor or insufficient training is likely to have an influence on building maintenance costs. For example, is hiring unqualified designer, lack of quality assurance, or insufficient staff training. And last but not least, defects due to construction specifications. It is critical to address maintenance elements at the very beginning of the building life cycle. For example, many concrete construction in the Gaza Strip have major defects that raise maintenance costs and reduce the structural life duration. As a result, any design or construction errors may have a severe impact on the maintenance performance of residential structures. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Nur Afika. I'll be presenting our case study, Cognizant Residences. Now, Cognizant Residences is a service residence located in IOI Resort City, Putrajaya, with a freehold tenant and commercial zoning. It is divided into 4 residential blocks, all connected within the same lobby. Cognizant Residence caters 1,326 units and accommodates 2 parking bays and 4 lifts in each block. It provides many facilities and the maintenance fee is 33 cents per square feet. Maya Developments in Baihaqi is the developer in charge and it was completed in August 2018. besides equipped with full safety and beautiful scenery, it is close to many educational institutions like Multimedia University and Alice Smith International Schools, which can be a plus side to many family members. As for the details of the building failures, we have identified 10 defects. First, wall crack, which can be caused by user hitting the wall with heavy object. Next, dismantle of toilet appliances, which can be caused by poor workmanship. Third, paint blistering due to the exposure of rain, and most common issue, lift dysfunction because of not enough budget and no correct maintenance planning. Leaking of pipes is a big problem due to clogged pipes and heavy thunderstorms. An uneven cover of plaster and wall due to the bad workmanship. Next, dampness and mold on ceiling is due to the leaking of pipes, and rusting stain on wall is due to the dampness of water from pipes. Last item to be identified is the expired fire extinguisher because no regular inspection was made.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Akmakarida. So today I will continue talking and discuss on the building maintenance work, or we call it as remedies. For the remedies, first step is cut the edges with the hacksaw, concrete hacksaw carefully. Then use a utility knife to cut the edges, and please make sure that you tape the frame so that the defect does not separate. The third step is use a metal strip to cut a section of a new corner to fit the repair area. Apply a coat of joint compound to the corner and set the location in the target. Let it dry completely and then see and check if you need to reapply the joint compound. First step, wipe the area with a piece of cloth and make sure the area of defect is clean from any debris. Now for the second step, gather all the block of tile and choose the right shade of the current tile. Using a tool, melt small portions of the filler and apply it in adequate amount to the damaged area. When the tool starts to heat slowly, melt the portion filler. Slightly overfill the damaged area. Step 6. Strip off excess material after 30 seconds using the pointed groove. Step 7. After each use, clean the planer groove with a cleaning comb at the end of the slide. Next, if necessary, use further color sheet to adjust the colors and replicate the pattern as the current tiles. 9th step, decrease the repair area with the gray sanding pad. Last but not least, use sanding pad and also polishing cloths to ensure that you have flawless finishing. The remedies for paint blistering. Firstly, you need to repair the loose caulking and improve ventilation of the building to prevent a recurring problem. Secondly, remove the blister with scraping or sanding pepper. After the surface of the wall is already smooth, now it's time for you to prime all the base area with a high quality of primer. Last but not least, repaint the surface with a high quality paint in desired finish. For the lift dysfunctional, you need to investigate the common problem, which is the first one is the power failure, the second one is the contamination, the third one is misaligned motor drive, the fourth is the malfunction of load bearing, and the last but not least is the wound shift. Another tips, if you want your lift door is functioning the way you want it is, you need to clean the sensor with the right tool to ensure that your lift door is not breaking down. Most important part is please ensure that your management has a proper plan to maintain the lift. The thing that you need to bear in your mind, the first thing is keep lock and remap, do a daily inspections, check the lift door, and please hire and get advice from the experienced technician. Last but not least, do not attempt to repair the lift by yourself. Second part, turn off the main water supply. Seal the leaking area using epoxy or tighten using rubber. Tips, if you want a better outcome and solution, replace all the fitting with the new one. Stop the leakage water to avoid any unwanted incident in the building. Tips, please install leakage alarm to notify the building management if there are any problem with the piping system. For the rusting wall, the first step is use a wire brush to remove the light rust. On the second step, use a grinder or sander to remove all the excessive rusting on the wall. Step 3. Apply primer to ensure that the rust does not setting out again. Last but not least, apply a fresh coat of paint after the primer is set. Expiry extinguisher. Firstly, you need to check all the extinguisher that have in the building, and if it expired, replace it with the new one. Second and the last, please make sure that you have a proper monthly schedule to check all the fire extinguisher. If you do not have the plan, it will cause the fire extinguisher did not perform in the way that we want. To uncover plaster wall, first thing you need to apply the tape near to the window and the door frame. And the plaster lightly with sandpaper grit and remove all the debris. If there are any hole or small crack around the unplastered wall, please tape the damaged area. The joint compound and try to blend with the current wall. Allow the joint compound to dry completely at least 24 hours. Check the ripples and uneven area, and if necessary, reapply the layer of joint compound. Apply a coat of primer to the wall in the treated area with the original color of the wall. The first step is scrape off the loose layer of the ceiling. The second step is rip off the ceiling with your hand carefully. See and check where is the leaking coming from. Seal the leaking pipe with epoxy. Attach new pieces of the ceiling. Use white mud compound to conceal the gap between the new pieces of ceiling and the current one. Use heat gun to dry up faster. Put all the pieces with the white mud compound at least for 20 minutes. But not least, cover all the area with multi-purpose compound to match as possible as you can. For the moldy ceiling, you need to prepare a plastic bag to put all the moldy ceiling debris in the plastic. Fill a bucket with water and with some mild detergents such as chlorine blanch. Use a rag and then dip into the mixture and carefully wipe mold off from the wall. Rinse thoroughly and leave the treated area dry.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Syafiqah Rosli and I'll be explaining my part for maintenance planning and taking charge. For starter, maintenance planning is one of the essential operations for buildings to be maintained effectively, as it includes organizing the department or firm, ensuring that all necessary items are available at the required time. The objectives of planning are to sustain building condition at acceptable level and preserve the value of building. Suggested maintenance planning for Conizia residents will be divided into 3 terms, which are short-term, medium-term and long-term, and it will cover every category such as civil, electrical, mechanical, housekeeping and landscaping. As shown in the screen, it is the suggested short-term maintenance plan. It will be measured in days, and for civil, mechanical and electrical, it will be maintained weekly, and for housekeeping and landscaping will be done daily except for cleaning bushes. For medium-term maintenance plan, it will be measured in months, and for inspections of all maintenance categories will be done monthly, and the others will be every 2 months. Last but not least, long-term plan will consist the cost of maintenance in the long run. The highest cost will be 80,000 ringgit and the lowest cost is 5,000 ringgit.
Hi, my name is Amira. I will explain about the maintenance program. Maintenance program is system technology that act to maintain building and to serve essential purpose. It also to predict the failure of the building. In this building had a maintenance program that focus in this category, which are wall, floor, mechanical, housekeeping, electrical, and landscape. The wall is the part of the building that has to examine, inspected, testing, and clean for appearance and structure strength the building. So this scope is to maintain the building. The roof is the main part of the building in the maintenance program because it covers the top of the building. This maintenance program is most important to a roof to make sure the building in the good condition. The floor is the part of the bottom of the building, and it also consists of a subfloor to support and cover to give a good condition working surface. Maintenance is important on the floor because to avoid the floor becoming cracked, dirty or physical damage that can give a danger towards people in the building. Mechanical is a building service that related to the mechanical system, which is air conditioning system, motor room or elevator or escalator. So all this function requires a complete structure and comprehensive management. It is to ensure the building in sustainable operation in the building. Housekeeping is the duties of management that are involved in the running building, such as cleaning. So this role is more focused on the cleaning aspect, and it also the person employed to manage the cleaning building. Electrical is the network, the conductor that is designed to carry, distribute, and convert electrical power safety towards the building. So the light must test especially in emergency lighting system and exit light system. Furthermore, the wiring and socket must be checked and replaced with fried wiring and a non-function socket. The landscape is a part of the design of outdoor areas and structure to achieve environmental, social, and aesthetic outcomes. Normally, it involves the systematic design and general structure for construction and human users.
Moving on to person in charge, we suggest that civil maintenance and daily cleaning to be in-house, as it is a day-to-day work and easy to have staff that is familiar with the property. Meanwhile, the rest will be outsourced as they provide the specific expertise needed. The outsourced will be invited to join the tender, which is selective tender, as specification is needed. Type of contract will be lump sum contract for security and landscaping, as it won't have extra callouts. Meanwhile, the remaining is service contract because extra callouts is included in contract and may arise in certain occasion.
Finally is the conclusion. A good quality of building maintenance and management should be done properly by property managers. For our case study in Conizia residence, the damages and malfunctions such as wall crack, dismantling of toilet appliances, blistering and also leak dysfunction, and leaking cause physical damage that shows the poor management of building maintenance. To prevent this thing happen, schedule and program for building maintenance should be implemented by time to time. To plan suitable measures have to be taken. Improvement inspection in all type of building in Malaysia. The management need to consider good professional teams that consist of various specialists that can manage well-being in many parts.